Welcome to the Everton News Daily. Happy New Year, everybody. 2026. Me and John.
Yeah,
Do
I
it.
was just waiting for you to finish.
Did I say the News Daily?
Welcome to
the
News
Everton Daily Live, whatever it's called. I can't remember. It's a new year. But I'm too busy concentrating on wishing everyone a happy and joyous 2026. Forget about the title. Who cares about that? I'm here. John's
When
here.
you do the news,
And we're
you've got
talking
to say, welcome
to
to
the
live.
Everton Daily Live, yeah. And people will be really confused.
But anyway, Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah, Happy New Year. David Moyes has just done his pre-match press conference ahead of the Brentford game. I'm not going to go into the good or the bad of it, John. It is what it is. You're never going to get... I don't know what people expect.
No, and ditto.
And I even say it myself. I don't know what I expect. It's just generic questions with generic answers. But
You only had one question. You?
Me?
Where's Julia? You said.
Yeah, Julia wasn't there. But only because they were going to Everton, then he didn't go to the BBC. So the BBC must have had anyone there. We've learned that Michael Keane's got a chance of being in the squad.
No one else has.
Harrison Arnold's back, we know. There's money to spend if the right player's available.
Yeah.
That's it, really.
That was the gist.
Isn't it, really?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see where we go. But Brentford at home, tough game. You know, point behind us in the league table.
Yeah.
So, drew with Spurs last night at home. What do you think?
Was
What
that
are you
one of
thinking?
those exciting 0-0 games from last night?
They were all draws.
Yeah.
Again, just fair. All they're doing, just put more evidence in my footy is crap over Christmas bucket. Football has been crap over Christmas.
As the league table stands, only 3 clubs have won their last game. Who are they?
Yeah, Everton's one of them.
Yeah. Who else?
Well, no one won yesterday, so I've got to go back to Tuesday. Everton won. Played on Tuesday.
Done.
Villa got battered. Arsenal won because Arsenal battered Villa.
Did Forest lose again?
Yeah, but Everton won, so that's they're not there.
You said Everton already, haven't you?
Yeah. So Everton, Arsenal, and I'm trying to think of the games the other day.
Oh.
Wasn't Chelsea, they drew, United drew. Gone down in my head through the teams.
Keep going.
Is it did Newcastle?
Yes.
Must be Newcastle. Oh, they won that Burnley, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed
They're the only
Everton.
3
They showed
teams.
Everton how easy it was to score past Burnley by scoring after
yeah.
about 70 seconds. Or
Yeah,
something.
they're the only 3 teams who have won their last game.
There you
And
go.
amazingly, the teams they played are the only 3 teams to have lost their last game.
Just how it works.
That
though.
won't happen very
Science.
often, will it?
Science. Oh, Ian Kennedy was there, wasn't he? Sorry, yeah. He was there.
All
instead
those
of
teams who drew, which plays to your agenda of what's the point?
Should have played on the 20th, and tomorrow should be the first game back,
Yeah.
and everyone's revitalised and energised. And
It
ready
almost
to-
sounds like a mid-season break, doesn't it?
Almost. But, I mean, as it happens, Everton took 4 points out of 6, so there you go.
The wrong way round,
So.
in theory.
Well, you win one,
Do
you
you
draw
think that
one.
was 2 points lost rather than 4 points won?
No, because I didn't expect us to win a Forest.
That's what I mean.
So it never plays out like that, does
Yeah.
it? I didn't expect us to win. I thought we had 0 chance of winning both games, and I was right. But if you'd have said we'll take 4, of course we'd have gone, we'll win a Burnley and draw a Forest. But football.
That was the
not
chat
like
I
that.
was having at half time at Forest, which was literally that. Chill, guys, we'd have took 4 points from these 2 games. The fact we'd done it not the way we thought.
I mean, you were very, very relaxed on at half time,
Yeah.
saying we'd won.
Yeah.
But there you go. But it never ever works, does it? It never works out in general how you think. Liverpool had Wolves and Leeds at home, and you go, that's easy 6 points. You know, they've kicked one off the line to stop Wolves getting a point in injury time the other day, and they drew. They couldn't beat a Leeds team, a poor Leeds side.
And they had a close offside. Well, not close in technology
Nice finish,
terms.
but he was offside.
He was offside, yeah.
But then, so did Liverpool missed 2.
I never watched it.
I mean, Gakpo kicked one off the line and he just left it. It was in some frimpong. But
Did he?
But that's it. You look at it, and it never plays out how you think it is. So
But if their form persists the way it is, that's why people should watch the BWE we've just done about what the options are for us.
If Everton's form persists.
No, if the shouts, because no one would say they're not in with a Champions League shout, would they? And yet,
I'd say it'd be a miracle if they didn't finish in the top 4.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
I think. And a happy miracle as well. I'm delighted.
The classic, you play what's in front of you. Yeah, and they're in front of us, so let's,
So it's going to be a tough game Sunday, but it's a very winnable game. Got to watch their long throws like a bloody corner every time from anywhere.
Yeah.
So don't give stupid throw-ins away.
Yeah.
At least if you're going to kick it out, smash it
for
up.
whatever reason, having 52 crosses, which we dealt with comfortably in open play, comfortably, but every time one of them coming in the box was from a throw-in, it was like,
Just because it comes in at a different angle.
It does, it's sort of
and
just
it's dropping
out
on
the
to you,
sky,
isn't it? So, Blah Blue Blah has gifted 5 channel gift memberships to people, so thank you very much on their behalf, mate.
Quick, get them.
Get them. Now, they've been gifted, he's named them, so it's fine.
Okay.
Carl, Justin, Happy New Year. Phil Everton says Happy New Year. Carl, Happy New Year. Daniel Barton, Happy New Year. Toffee TV, all the best for 2026. Jack Grealish has recovered. It wasn't a hangover, he was ill. Stop believing gutter press.
Yes. Good point.
Yeah, so it's all good. It's all good. And Jai has been cleared of any injury, but he's not going to be back before the Leeds game.
That's
so
right, in our view. Yeah.
They're going to get to the semis, aren't they? And there's a 3rd and 4th place playoff, apparently.
Yeah.
So there you go.
17th, 18th of December. January, sorry. So the earliest they could come back is like 2 days before the latest they would come back. So won't see them till Leeds.
No, it's Leeds, isn't it?
Yeah. You're asking for miracles. It requires them not to get past the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I can't see that.
Which is unlikely.
I can't see that. Happy New Year, Adam. Hope you're well, mate. What do you think of the transfer window is now open? A few people saying they're disappointed there was no signing on the 2nd of today, basically. Well, there's a signing called Harrison Armstrong. Is back in the squad, of course. So what do you think? What do you think in terms of players? Because the manager has reiterated today that we haven't got many players.
Yeah.
We're stretched.
He did his, and talked about we've got injuries, we've got AFCON, we've got this, we've got the other, but didn't then go the next level, which says we're on it. Yeah. So, and he likes to keep his powder dry, doesn't he?
He
will know what he wants, and if he can turn that want into a perceived need. Again, we covered this in depth, didn't we, on the BWB thing? But my own view is we have to. I don't think it's optional. I think that the league's so tight, points wise, that if you can, whether we get them on loan or by actual, obligations to buy, or even
whatever it is,
buying somebody, but that's the least likely, isn't it? That last one. And the lack of interest in Brennan Johnson might very well indicate that they know where the focus is and they're on it. So, but every day, I think being disappointed people haven't landed already is optimistic, clearly. But every day or two that goes by where you miss another game, the need becomes less likely, doesn't it? Because the bigger chunk of your problem, i.e. injuries and AFCON and stuff, is becoming behind you rather than in front of you. So you might even, I don't know, next 7 to 10 days, if we don't bring anyone through the door, we might start questioning whether we're going to at all. Because the issue is diminishing. But I also concur with you, and someone like Andy might have a different view. You've got to look at it and go, yeah, but if it's a shallow squad, aren't you still 1 or 2 injuries then away from potentially missing an opportunity that doesn't come along very often, which is a really tight league? Clearly we should be looking upwards, and we should be acting and behaving in that way, which means this starting 11 is okay, if not good. But you can't have, I don't think Grealish or whoever can do every minute of every game between now and the end of the season.
No.
Because you diminish how effective he is as a consequence. So you've got to have a bench that's up to the standard or as close as you can get to that starting 11, and it isn't.
Yeah.
You know, people will look at a Dwight McNeil pass for a great James Garner goal and go, well, we're all right, we got Dwight. But that's not it. That isn't it.
Yeah.
And we have this chat every year, you know. Nothing happens for 3 weeks and then everyone starts scrambling around.
Yeah, it is a bit weird.
Yeah.
And again, like you said, it's sort of the next 7 to 10 days.
It is, yeah.
But then, it wouldn't surprise me if Everton then are scrambling around at the end, trying to just do something anyway.
I believe you, by the way, but I wouldn't subscribe to it, because I think one of the things that we're trying to build momentum of as a football club, not just a team or a manager or whatever, is that we have a plan and we're going to deliver on the plan. And if you're scrambling around and in danger of getting players you wouldn't have got, sort of thing.
It's okay, I think, if it's a loan. I think if you're just looking to pad it out.
But I was going to...
And they're not going to stay.
No, I get that. And I had some dialogue last night with the Piv and others on Twitter and stuff. And there's always that comfort blanket if it's a loan that it gets unravelled in 5 months' time. Yeah. But I think that's a poor reason to get a player that, well, won't be stuck with them. And then you're into the need for bodies, isn't it? You know?
But that's in January, it's always going to be the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's either a need. So you think we're knackered, we can't carry on. We have to. So it's.
Do you think we're in that one?
I think we are from a left back position. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, because
I think the left back's more pressing than the right back, but we need a right back as well. There's no one. Yeah. Then we're having to put James Garner back there, because Asnu, I think, will go out on loan.
Yes,
but anyway,
indeed. Yeah.
So it's either there's a need and you need to correct it.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity.
That's the key one. Yeah, for me. Yeah.
Or you just want comfort for the squad.
Yeah.
I never think you should buy out of comfort.
True.
Opportunity is both ways. It's opportunity for where you are in the league, like right now, where Everton are. Or it's opportunity that John Blaine's available and we get him. We might be able to get him now. We might not have that opportunity in the summer because Liverpool and City and whoever, one of those things falls in your lap that doesn't necessarily.
We put that in context. That's sort of what Asnu is, isn't it? There was an opportunity to get a player who who might, therefore
to develop, but he's
take him there
earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I know what you're saying. It's like stick to the plan. But
not blindly.
I don't always
react to
subscribe to it
well.
though, because the player you might want, it becomes available, and that isn't your plan. So that's opportunity.
That's in your plan, though.
But if you look and think, yeah, but we need this level of player to help us get over the line, but we don't want to keep him.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it is a juggling one.
All those things should be in your plan.
It's a juggling one, isn't it? Because you're looking and going, you know, we'd like another striker, wouldn't we? You know, the stories again today of Dovbik and Beto swapping for a few months to try to change the way they're playing or whatever. And you look and go, well, what will that mean? Will Everton get a slower striker, but a striker who's got better touch and, you know, and maybe a change of scenery, he'll grab him some goals or whatever. So that's a gamble. So do you do that? Who knows? Is there any other striker Everton are going to go and buy? Doubt it. I doubt it. You're planning horizon will be the summer. But then people would look and go, well, then that's hugely risky then. Because Barry might, and hopefully he will, continues. He's playing much better. He looks much better. You know, took his goals, whereas they're 2 in 5 now. Or 2 in 4, I think, if you'd include, you know, not starting at Burnley. So that's all right, isn't it? If he carries on with that, that's not too bad. That's a goal every other game. It's not bad, really, in the first season. So if he carries on, great. But if he doesn't, if he goes another 6 games without a goal and then gets one, and then another 6, you know, he'll end the season with 5 goals or something, 6 goals from your main striker. That's not going to be enough for Europe. So then everyone else going to have to chip. So that's a gamble because you're going, well, but then how do you level that off? How do you sort of balance that off? Like, who can Everton go and get who is going to make a big difference? Richarlison's gone, hasn't it? Because Brennan Johnson's gone. So that's out the window. Brennan Johnson's gone to Palace. That's out the window. So Richie ain't getting out of Spurs. Then you're looking at who's the guarantee then? Well, there's no guarantee. There's no strikers in you look in the Premier League at any club where you go, we'll have him. Chelsea have changed the manager. The new manager might come in and decide Liam Delap's the main man. But they've only got 2 strikers anyway, so they ain't letting Delap out. We've been linked continually with Nicholas Jackson, but he is on loan at Bayern. Now
He's coming back, isn't he?
So they say, but then he's still away with Senegal, so he mightn't be back till.
Yeah.
So they might just go,
same
actually,
timeline as the other
there's
guys,
a week to go. So no, he's not going anywhere because we'd have to let him go back to you, get someone else in. Do you know, if I ain't going by someone, then clearly that's, you know, there might be an option there for Evan. But then the lad himself might go, well, no, because who knows, Newcastle might come in for him or someone and go up there instead.
There's 2 Blues out there can get in his ear.
Well, that's it, isn't it? This is the thing, but so when you
no
look
guarantees anyway.
No.
What we can say, I think, with some probability, is that if we can do something which actually stimulates that we get more points, right?
Yeah.
Now, clearly, if you can go and get a striker who say, you know what, this fella's going to come in, he's going to get 10 league goals between now and the end of the season. You go, that'll do. Thank you.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah. Not that one.
No.
5 or 6 would make a difference.
Or, and you've alluded to it in a way, you get a player or players which both deepen the squad, but actually dropping them into the team. Say you got a right back, so-called proper right back, that makes others play better, or the output from the others becomes improved. And that's the challenge, isn't it? And let's be personally blunt. If we achieve that by bringing in 3 players in addition to Harrison Armstrong, who the manager wants to send back because he clearly wants Preston to get promoted, type of thing, and they're all done with loans, and they all add that whatever that we want, that's the most efficient way of doing it.
Yeah.
Do it with loans if you can.
Of course, yeah.
Okay. Now, for our heart rate and all those sorts of things, loans are the ones that actually do tend to go quite late in the window, aren't they? Right? So it's a good game, and there's lots of levers in the game, and we don't see all the levers, never mind, get to pull them. Therefore, we have to trust in the people in there knowing what we think would make a difference and moving effectively if that opportunity arises.
Well, we have been linked with a couple of right backs, haven't we? Wanlu continually linked with from Sevilla. He's quite cheap. He's 22, and we've been linked with.
That's as a buy, is it? Yeah, or buy a loan obligation.
Yeah. And there's Ryan Alabiosu at Blackburn, who we've been linked with again today.
Have we?
He was 24. Okay. So maybe a fullback will be who they buy, and then anything else might be opportunity.
What, funded with Patterson going out, for example?
Yeah, I mean, even Mark Mack says, Happy New Year, boys. Did you notice Moyes mentioned Dibbling and Roll doing well? No mention of Patterson.
He did.
Even though the fella that obviously name check Patterson. Mark says, please don't put O'Brien back at right back.
Which is what you said as soon as it finished.
Well, this is the thing is, we were asked somewhere else, what would you do with the defence at the weekend? I'd leave the defence.
Unchanged.
And just kept the clean sheet at a tough place. O'Brien's played 2 games at centre-back in the last few weeks, both at really difficult grounds, and we've kept the clean sheet on both of them. The other day we had a real right-back playing right-back.
The very idea.
And it made a big difference. It got us up the pitch.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Patterson wasn't amazing. He struggled for the opening 10, then grew into it and did quite well in the end. And then was knackered and had to go off. And we're at home. So if we bring Michael Keane back in, and the manager said he's got a chance, but then we're not being fair to Michael Keane either. A lad that's having to get fit for a game and you're just going to throw him back in. Surely it makes more sense to leave the defence as it is, put Michael Keane on the bench, knowing he may well have to come on with 20 minutes to go because Patterson's, blown for tugs again. And we've got a game again in 3 days against Wolves, so it gives Michael Keane the opportunity to recover properly.
Absolutely.
Throwing him in when he's not fit. We saw how that went against Newcastle.
It doesn't look like good man management either.
Well, he put him in against Newcastle and he should never have played. And he got roasted. You know, he was all over the gaff, at fault for 3 of the goals. All over the place. Because the lad wasn't fit. And then you look at him and go, he's terrible. And well, he didn't play well, but he's also injured. You know, let's remove that. The lads have just put a good shift in the other night. You go to Patterson. Look.
He should know already.
Played well the other night. Go out and do it again.
He should know already.
Yeah, well, but what I mean is that's what you're saying. Now you go and perform again. You're up against Kevin Sharder, who's flying, by the way. You don't have your work cut out, lad. Sink or swim. You know. And then you have Michael Keane there just in case it needs changing. You know, Patterson's getting roasted. You take him off at half time. Yeah. And you go, I had to. Getting destroyed down, whatever it is.
And the manager's shown when he's thrown opportunists in Palace and they don't perform, he will hook 2 for crying out loud. Yeah. So there's that. So what, you go with pretty much an unchanged team then, would you?
The only sort of well, no, I'd have Jack Grealish should be back in for Dwight McNeil, 100%.
The finishing team, sorry, I beg your pardon. Yeah.
And I'd have a real dilemma with Harrison Armstrong or Merlin Roll.
Would you?
Yeah. I think Roll done all right the other night. Ironically, I thought he'd done better at right back, but he done all right. Particularly got better in the second half.
Armstrong's fitness level.
I think Armstrong's higher up in terms of fitness level and is playing well and confident. Yeah. And that's not me doubting Merlin Roll. I think Roll's actually a good player and I think he'll be a good signer for Everton because he can cover positions as well. So that'd be my only other sort of flip of a coin would be which one of those two. Obviously Jimmy and Tim Irabun are nailed in there. Yeah. Tieno Barry is just far better than Beto, so he'd be up front. Like I said, I'd leave the back four, just got a clean sheet.
So Grealish comes in.
So Jack, 100%, but not even worth even thinking about. He's in for McNeil. And then, it'd be Harrison Armstrong or Roll on. That'd be my only other one. I imagine the manager will stick with Merlin, but that to me that'd be one I'd be looking at.
Yeah.
But what Harrison Armstrong then gives you is a like for like after an hour. If Roll's looking leggy, or whatever, then Harrison Armstrong can go on and just do a similar job. Gets about the pitch really well, good in the tackle, confidence on the ball. And it makes the bench slightly strong, especially if Michael Keane's on the bench as well, and you've got Beto, Michael Keane, Dwight McNeil and Harrison Armstrong. At least you've got 4 real sort of subs then on the bench, haven't you? As opposed to, no disrespect to the young lads, but they've not had a minute, but so you don't know. So that's what I'd go with. Yourself, how would you?
Nails it, I think. Yeah.
Would you stick with Roll or would you?
I'd stick with Roll.
Yeah. And see, I've no problem with that. I'm just saying that'd be my only other one. Would be do a drop Harrison in for the energy into that first 65 minutes.
The manager was hard to read on that, wasn't he? Because he did both sides of the coin. Yeah. Which is, we've only had him for one session, which presumably was this morning or whatever. But he knows the place. He's been playing. So I think it might be a flip of a coin almost, and maybe the manager will flip his coin on Saturday morning. Well,
Roll completed the whole game, didn't he?
Did,
which is the longest he's had. So the manager might want to build on that and go, no, you're 22 or 23, whatever you're at, 23, isn't he? You should be able to play.
You might say, do you want to start it right back?
3 games in, 3 games in 6 days, whatever.
Yeah.
And
there is that thing about recent injuries that don't push it too much.
No, but that was me thinking, because we got Wolves as well. I'm thinking, well, is it better? He's got 90 odd minutes in his legs. No doubt he was probably stiff for a few days. Is he better now coming on after the hour?
Yeah.
For the half an hour with the possibility that he then starts against Wolves on Wednesday or whenever it is, Wednesday, isn't it? And just manage him that way with the full intention. He's heavily involved for Sunderland next Saturday as well.
The manager will be pleased he actually has decisions to make, because he didn't get much choice at Burnley, did he?
No. He had 1, didn't he? Or 2, didn't he? But 1 was a right back that's hardly played. Yeah. Dan says, Happy New Year, Blues. Feeling quite positive about the rest of the season.
Good.
Brilliant. Ian says, afternoon. Oh, that was it, Ian. It was who asked, would we change the defence? So we've answered that one.
With no.
Robert says, afternoon, gents. Couple of questions, if you'll allow me.
Go for it.
Of course I will. I might be wrong, but it seems we get a lot of muscle injuries. Are we getting a disproportionate amount to them? And if so, what do you think might be the cause? Could it be something like the surface of Finch Farm? Really hoping we get Dewsbury all back rather than later. When do you think he'll be back? I don't think we get a disproportionate number of muscle injuries, Robert, just off the top of my head. Dewsbury all could have been done in any of the games, couldn't it? We played a heavy load of games in quick succession. We haven't got a big squad, so most of these lads are playing every minute of every game.
That's probably where Grealish is.
I think what they done, my own opinion, probably what they did wasn't advisable. What they done was they played them from the start against Chelsea, knowing he felt something.
Edge. Yeah.
Maybe if they'd have left them out for Chelsea or on the bench, he might have settled down and he'd be fine. But knowing what footballers are like, they want to play all the time. So if they think if he goes, I'm all right, it feels like he'll have played, and I can't blame the manager for that. Can't blame the physios if a player says to you, I'm all right, and don't forget. Put it this way, right? If Everton would have had Arsenal at the Emirates on that Saturday and Chelsea at Hill Dickinson the following week, I think Dewsbury all would have gone, it's a bit tight.
Because he
wanted to play against Chelsea.
He did.
I think and there's nothing wrong with that. The lad wanted to go back and go, I'm a good player. I love where I've gone.
What you've missed.
But you didn't really give me a chance and I want to show you. I just feel if the game would have been the other way round, he'd have sat on the bench against Arsenal if that would have come first. To protect himself for the week later. I might be utterly wrong with that.
It's a view.
It's just a view that I've got, just hearing what the manager said and obviously speaking to him, seeing what he was like, and he was looking forward to that Chelsea game. As a player, that you want to go back and you do want to, no matter what, you want to rub your old club's nose in it. If they sort of sold you, or not give you not even sold you, because he could have stayed. He wasn't under any obligation to leave, but he didn't feel he was given the fair crack of the whip. You want to go back and go, I am a good player. You sat me on the bench, but I'm a good player. So that, I think, will have made him go, I feel all right. And then he's realised early on, it's just he's done a few and he's felt it again, because you can't hide in the Premier League.
And Jack's virus may have headed off him having potentially similar things as well. It's just. But
that was it. He was another one that he had to. If Everton had a squad of a genuine squad of 20, and most of our outfield subs were of a really good level. I'm not talking like a winning a league level, but good level where you go. Yeah, where you go. Whoever we come on, the level might drop slightly, but it isn't a bump drop off.
Yeah,
and the manager looked and went, or more importantly, the manager looked and went, them 5 lads, I'm confident that I can put them on. Even knowing they're not as good as whoever, then I think we'd have managed the minutes a lot better, and maybe the muscle injuries wouldn't have come. But Brantwaite was done at the end of the season in a game, wasn't it? It was the 83rd minute against Southampton at home, and he sprinted back and pulled his hamstring, which they train every day and sprint every day and play lots of games, and it doesn't happen, and then one day it happens, doesn't it? So, and obviously what they try to do with him, and maybe this is where you could question it, but then I'm sure a physio would always say letting an injury settle down is far more advantageous than having surgery on an injury. That, I think, if most physios and would tell you that
surgery's a last resort.
Yeah, exactly. So they've made a decision. And as fans, it's easy for us to go, you should have just had the operation in the summer and he'd be back now. Yeah. But you don't want to do that, do you? Problem with Everton sometimes is we've done it a couple of times with players and it's not worked out. We tried it with Dom and it didn't work out, and then he had to have a minor operation. Gabamon was another one, and Brantwaite's been so. But if you look up and down the country, this has happened at every club. Where they've tried to sort of, Reece James has had it loads of times. They've tried to manage it, and it's not quite worked out. So
some of these things, and maybe even Dewsbury Hall, the United game took a lot out of them.
But that was it, 10 men as well, and then a quick game, and then another midweek game, then another game. They were just coming, fast and furious.
Your sports people if you had the numbers, would
Yeah.
be saying these guys, whatever, call it the red zone or something.
Yeah.
They're well into that. You need to try and.
And then what you do, because you can't turn around and go, we're not playing the game today because we haven't got these plays in it. You have to go out. You can't throw games, so you want them to go out, picking your best team that day. That gives you a great opportunity to get a result. But
the telling thing for KDH was how early it went, wasn't it? If you get, call it a muscle injury, but if you get those injuries late on in games when fatigue's burning you and all that sort of stuff, then that's one thing. But he clearly wasn't quite ready. He's been asked, hasn't he, how do you feel and all that? I'll be all right, yeah. And then it goes.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of times,
but that happens a lot, and it doesn't go. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I think when you look at most times, players, it's late on in games where the fatigue. Yeah. If it's an early one, they've not either stretched properly, but it's hard. Find that hard to believe given they're doing stuff in the warm-up room, then they go out and do a quick warm-up, and you see that they go down, do the sprint and up and down, don't they? And then they're ready to start the game, and you'd think that the muscles warm enough to go where it's normally fatigue causes that, and that's so. No, I don't. I'll be honest. I don't think there's anything in we get more muscle injuries than any other club. I don't think so. I think there's a lot of football clubs who would, and a lot of fans who go back at you with that and go, we get more than you do, because there's loads of clubs who've got like 6 or 7 players out, isn't it?
That tells you about all these injuries. So.
That's it, isn't it? One of the other right backs who've been linked with is Guela Doué at Strasbourg. So literally, just get him anyway, because everyone at Strasbourg's boss. So just get him. And Chelsea,
including the manager.
Well, Chelsea are trying to take him, aren't they?
Yeah.
Liam Rossini might be going to Chelsea as the manager, who's obviously Strasbourg's manager, but Clear Blue or whatever. I always call them Clear Blue. It's not Clear, but that's a pregnancy test thingy, isn't it? Blue Lake or whatever they're called.
Clear Lake.
No, Clear. I see, it's there somewhere. In my mind, Lake should be blue, you see, so that's where it's come. Clear Lake, who own Chelsea, owns Strasbourg.
What's interesting, isn't it? Because this would pop into your head, because for Chelsea, if they could get away with it, would presumably like a manager until the end of the season.
Well, this is it. But
so they go and find a young, progressive manager.
If I'm
in normal circumstances, you're having a laugh, aren't you? But the owners can go, yeah, but if it don't work like it, you can go back.
If I'm him, I'm staying well away from that.
Oh, yeah?
If I'm any manager, I wouldn't go near that club.
Right now?
Would not go near it. What's the point? Unless you are someone who goes, I'll take it. I'll
fix it.
I'll do a year.
Lots of good players there.
There's some great players there. If I'm any kind of manager who wants any longevity in football, as in I want to progress and build something, I wouldn't touch that place with a barge pole, because you've got no chance of being left alone. They've had Pochettino, who won them 6 games on the run near the end. Had to change it all around, got them in Europe. They sacked them. They give Maresca the job. They've sacked him. Although I didn't think he was very good anyway, to be fair. Potter, we're buying all in. We're going all in on you. We'll even pay 25 million for all your backroom staff to come. And sacked them within 5 months. Because there's no thought process there. There's no belief there that they want to build something. They just want everything now. The manager they could probably get, and maybe she'll go and get Mourinho back, because you can bin him again in 18, won't matter. But he's a Chelsea man and all that. I don't know whether he got the players for Chelsea. They've got a lot of really, really good players. But anyone who's got, unless they can convince Carlo to go back and just tinker with it. But
dump Brazil.
I think he's that big. Dumped Everton. Yeah. Dump Brazil for Chelsea. You probably give him
for 6 months.
Give him big money.
Doesn't need the money. His reputation's worth more than whatever they'd offer him.
I've watched, but I love Brazil, as you know. I always want Brazil to win the World Cup. His reputation will get hammered unless you can make them click. Because they're not winning. Unless they click, assume they ain't winning the World Cup, and he'll get destroyed anyway. So,
gunslinger then now, is he? Yes. High.
60, what is he, 65? He's not asked, is he? Really? Great for him to manage in a World Cup. Brilliant.
You said any manager worth anything wouldn't touch that.
No, but I said unless you're. So Mourinho's what, 61 and probably doesn't care.
Yeah.
No, he's like, just goes anywhere.
Downsloping.
Yeah, he doesn't care, does he? He's just do whatever. I think he'll probably end up a Portugal manager at some stage. Carlo Ancelotti. Who else can he get, really?
Get Jurgen.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, there's one who's out of work who would do a good job there because he's a good manager and it's fresh. Whether he'd go to another Premier League club after Liverpool, I don't know. But money talks. But if you're a senior at the start of your journey, go there and say they finish fourth or something. They had Lampard.
He could win the Champions League and still get the sack.
Nah, they wouldn't. Nah, they give him because they kept Di Matteo.
That was a good decision, that one.
Shocking.
That was the right decision.
So they could do. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just think for him, I think he's going to be a really good manager. Lampard tried to bring him to Everton.
Really?
Yeah. But he's a Hull, doesn't he? He's a top coach, and he probably will be a good Chelsea manager.
One day.
Just wonder. The other one who's been linked, why are we talking about Chelsea? I don't know, but the other one who's been linked.
They're playing blue.
Is Cesc Fabregas.
Yes, I saw that.
And obviously ex-Chelsea player, and Cesc done a great job at Como, and it's how far he can take them, whereas he might go.
Isn't it really more of the same that he can do there?
That's it. Yeah. So if you just carry on.
Fifth or something.
But you go into Chelsea with all of those players, and he's ex-Chelsea, and obviously get a few guarantees. But again, even for him, that's a flip of a coin, though, isn't it? That's like, I'm doing really well, I mean, reputation's building. Mikel Arteta's got to produce this year, otherwise I think Mikel will probably leave.
Yeah, and
he might be looking going. So it's what camp's he more in, Chelsea or Arsenal? Well,
yeah.
I still think of Fabregas as Arsenal more, but I think maybe that's just where he was introduced.
Yeah, but you do.
But Chelsea done well, so it's one of them with that. But anyway, it was because of Strasbourg, because we've been linked with Douay from Strasbourg. As I say, just rewind. Go by everyone at Strasbourg. Right, let's get back to Everton. Because that tailed.
It was my fault, wasn't it? Because I said, including the manager.
Yeah, that tailed off into Chelsea chat. Welcome to the Chelsea Daily. Mark says New Year's Day football can be put in room 101.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Good one.
Bootle Blue says Happy New Year to you all. Looking for a positive start to the new year with a win on Sunday. Will be a tough game, but these are the games we should be winning.
Correct.
And he's absolutely correct. He's done a good job there, Keith Andrews. He really has. They lost 40 goals out of that team in the summer.
Yeah.
You know, Brien and Bumo, Wisser.
Sold them at their peak.
Tony had already got, they've lost a lot of goals. And I was looking, thinking, Andrews.
Set piece
coach, not sure. He's done a great job so far.
Take Wolves out, though. They usually lose away from home, don't they?
I don't. Have they been that bad? I don't think so. A couple of draws.
It might be who they played. I've just got a recollection. They might have lost.
Brentford. What's their away record?
Last 5 aways. Have they lost like 4 of them or something? Might be false memory. Sorry.
Last away was Wolves 2-0.
Yeah, I knew they beat them.
Then they lost to City 2-0. Lost to Tottenham 2-0. Lost to Arsenal 2-0.
Right. So they've lost. So they lost 4 out of the last 5 away.
Let's make it 5 out of 6 then.
Yeah,
they were like that with Thomas Frank, though.
They were
brilliant at home, but they play on the edge. That's why trying to win and therefore so. But not be a tough game.
The way the manager's doing well, Brentford.
Yeah,
is that because Brentford are shorthand a well-run football club?
Well, they are.
Or the myth of managers can be debunked a bit with these youngsters coming along and doing good jobs. No, that merry-go-round.
No, I know. I think it's a bit of both, to be fair.
I think it's a bit of both.
But I think Brentford are quite a stable club. Therefore, they believe in what they're doing. They give him the job. A lot of people going, oh, well, this fella will get in, that fella will get in. And they give him the job. And because they're so well run, they just let him get on with it. And I don't really like saying this, but you've probably got to give a lot of credit to Jordan Henderson as well, who's gone in as the captain and probably settled them all down. Just gone, that's just, we're well run. got a good set of players. The managers, they get penalties every week, which is massively important to them as well, of course. And they've just gone in there with that, and they're nice and stable. So they're a good club, aren't they?
Yeah.
But let's beat them. Blue Keeley says there's something different with the badge on that steak kit next to the Christmas tree. No? Just Everton's badge.
Looks like Everton's badge.
Well, just this, the same. That's a heat. No, well, that's a heat sensitive one. That's the players edition.
Yeah.
And that one's just the replica. Just the sole one. No?
Yeah.
No, it's the same. Gary Waters, Happy New Year.
Maybe it's just the angle, but the back, they do look different.
Well, one's rubber and one's...
No, I get that,
Yeah.
but it's almost like, I don't know if it's true, but that one looks a little bit bigger. Whatever.
I don't know. Steve P says on the Irabunum swap deal, his current market value's gone up to 12 million, where Dobbins is 2.8, and both the same age, so that was definitely a great deal on our end. Yeah. Harry James Tattoo says, hello guys, hope you had a good Christmas and New Year's. Quick one on the ground. My dad's recently been diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. And he wants to go to the new ground, so I've got tickets for the Wolves game for us. Do you happen to know where's the closest we can park with a blue badge? Head might know. I
don't know.
I'm not your man, Harry. I park in town and walk in, mate. I'm really sorry to hear about your dad as well, by the way. No, mate, the only thing I'd suggest, if they ever get back to you, but try to speak to the club and see what the club can advise. I don't know whether I know that the car park they use for the blue badge bit is sold, but they should know the closest possible point you can put it to, mate. If anyone else knows, please put it in the comments for Harry. The closest place you can park to the new ground with a blue badge. Let Harry know, please, if you're there. That's what you're all here for. You're all a community, so help each other out. I personally don't know, mate.
I don't know if they'd let you into 10 streets, but you wouldn't know that till they get...
You wouldn't know. You'd have to turn up, and it's a night game
one of the
as well.
Streets and say, can we come in here, please? I think you can have blue badges in there, but yeah. Either the crowdsourcing of insight here, or ask the club.
Or do both.
Don't do what. Yeah, do both.
Yeah. Steve P says, Baz, thoughts on your dickhead. Been watching for Nigeria. He's so good in Belgium as well. It'd be easy to get him. Yeah, he's only 24, isn't he? He's a good player. But I suppose he will fit into what we've got. Yeah, we'll get him. Anyone who makes us better, Steve. But we do need that. James Garner's been superb. But we do need another one as well, don't we, in there? Maybe we'd see more from James Garner moving forward with that as well. To have a proper three, and Irabunum's done well, but you've got to have more options, so yeah, he'd be a good player. Mark Mack says, if a big came in for Beto early doors, would you consider it? The easy answer is yes, isn't it?
Isn't it a yes, but?
But the problem is, who do we replace him with?
Yeah, you can't go with one, can you?
No.
I mean, you wanted three.
We should have three strikers.
Absolutely.
Loads of other clubs have three.
So the idea of dropping to one is a bit, yeah.
Jack says, balancing priorities, would you take 7th place and no cup run, or 15th and an FA Cup final place with a 50-50 chance of winning the final?
7th.
I'd take 7th, because we're in Europe and I don't want to put anything to chance.
Yeah, 7th.
But I get your point. Winning a trophy, 7th or finishing 15th and winning the FA Cup. I'd take 15th in the FA Cup now, because it gets the cup, the winning something off our back again.
No, it's only a 50-50 chance of winning.
I know I'm saying if you guaranteed me that.
Oh, well, if you...
But always you want to be, your league position dictates how good a team you are, really.
Yes.
Really. I know you can have an odd season but if Everton were to get into Europe 2 or 3 years on the run through league placings, then you'd know you had a decent side, a good side. That's really a better measurement. But you take a trophy every day of the week to shut that. So there to burn the stupid bedsheet, wouldn't you? Steve P says, quite surprised on the reception of Brennan Johnson. People were talking about him like he was Jesse Lingard or something. Being made out like he flopped at Spurs. He scored 11 league goals and 4 assists last season from the wing.
Top scorer, was
Had he been made up with him, would have instantly improved us. And he's the level of any player we should be going after. I agree. I said this the other day, and I know other people disagree. That's fine. No problem with it. But 24, can play right the way across the front three, can play behind the striker. He's fast, and he's got a goal in him. It was a no-brainer for me. Eddie Nketiah, randomly Mark says, no, I wouldn't have Eddie Nketiah. Steve also says, I think Nicholas Jackson would be a great signing. He instantly becomes first choice, completely different to the other two. Massively underrated at Chelsea. Scored double figures in the league in both seasons with 15 goals and 5 assists in his first and 10 goals and 5 assists in his second. I feel like he gets unfairly disrespected. He's only 24 as well. Loan with a permanent option in the summer would be ideal, but not sure how likely. Yeah, he's direct as well, isn't he? Can score goals.
Someone needs to have done the numbers on how important is it going to be for Chelsea to make the players under contract less.
Well, they've given to Bayern Munich, and with the buy was 57 million in the summer.
It's not real, is it?
But actually, I think that's a good price.
You reckon?
24-year-old, double figures in the Premier League. We got 60 for the Richarlison. He's got 5 and 18 games altogether, but he's only had about 9 starts or something, 10 starts.
Right.
And he's over scoring goals for Senegal. Got a hat-trick last week in the AFCON. I'd have him all day long. Because he's totally different.
Yeah, true.
He's totally different.
KDH better give him a pull, then, eh?
Yeah. Say lad, remember last season? Martin says, what about the links today with Strand Larsen? Hadn't seen him. Wouldn't really be one I'd be flapping over. I think I do like Strand Larsen. I liked him last season, thought he'd done well. He's not quick, but he's big and powerful. I think he will get you goals, but he's only got 2, I think, this season for Wolves. Is it 2, James? We were looking the other day, weren't we? He's 1 or 2. 1, is it? Might only have 1. I know they're struggling. But what they want, they turned down 64 million for him. I'm not paying anywhere near that for him. I mean, you're talking 57 for Nicholas Jackson or 60 plus for Strand Larsen.
People get carried away, don't they?
Yeah, no chance.
Or clubs, you know.
Well, Wolves are stupid. Wolves should have gone to Newcastle. Yes, there you go. And to be fair, he'd have got goals for Newcastle. Yeah. Because they create a lot of chances. They're too wide. Men are fast, aren't they? So he would have scored up there. He'd have had what Walter Maid's got, I think.
Yeah.
But for Everton, and we probably need a slightly different profile of striker than that. I think we need someone of the Nicholas Jackson ilk who can do it a bit himself as well. I think that's the way we play, I think. But who knows? Blue Keeley says, I think we're always so short of players and over-reliant on players, and that's the reason why we pick up so many injuries. Agree. Elizabeth Kirkham, hello, hey. Elizabeth, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
She says, Happy New Year to all at Toffee TV. Looking forward to a stupendous second half of the season for both Toffee TV and Everton. Let's start as we mean to go on with 3 wins in a week. Absolutely, Elizabeth. Let's start just winning games.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Know what I mean?
Oh, we've won again.
We should as well. The 3 home games, we should win.
Yeah, the next 3.
We should win.
Yeah.
Brentford, Wolves and Sunderland.
That's 4 on the bounce then, isn't it?
We should, because then we've got a tough game of Villa.
Yeah.
But if you'd offered me win the next 3 and lose a Villa, again, you'd have one hand. Because that'd put us in a great position in the league and in the next round of the cup.
Again, yeah. And again, the manager called that out, didn't he, about the way the league is. You win 2 and you're right up there. You lose 2 and you're not.
So we need to start putting
positions can move around a lot, but keep it steady on the point acquisition.
Through and talked about him before. Yeah, listen, good profile, good age, isn't he? 24, he's improving.
Lots of 24-year-olds around.
Yeah, and that's a good age for Moyes, that, but it's still a good age for the club as well. So, and obviously playing in the Championship, he'll done him no harm. He's played in Belgium as well, hasn't he? So, Frank says to Harry, it's a fair walk still, but Bankfield Street, the bottom end towards Regent Road, I see a lot of disabled parking when walking past. Just good luck.
Must be about a quarter of a mile, though,
It's finding somewhere. I think it's a lot. I think it's fair, doesn't it?
is it?
I think so.
Oh.
But yeah, just keep. Definitely contact the club though, Harry, and just see what they've got. Let's see what happens. Where are we? Here. Rick says the lap is an Everton striker through and through. I don't think we'll go. I don't think they'll let him go. To be honest, the lap. I think it's too early. They are getting Manuel Omega, but again, I wanted him in the summer. But Chelsea, half of them Strasbourg players are promised to Chelsea, so
First dibs.
there's not much you can really do with it. But yeah, I don't think they have got. I think they've got an option, Carl, with Nicholas Jackson. It's not an obligation because they were talking about sending him back because they were looking at a couple of different strikers themselves. So, and he's not happy there, apparently. So I think it's an option to buy for 57, not an obligation. We'll see. We will see. Daniel says 60 million, Osherman or Jackson. Who are you taking? Not Osherman because he's on about 400 grand a week. But as a footballer, I'd rather have Victor Osherman. Think he's better. But his wages are... There's a reason why he's in Turkey at 25. So... But Nicholas Jackson would be good. I think he would be good for us. No, it won't. Mark, you're right. The games won't be easy. The games won't be easy. All three of them.
Yeah.
Brentford will be tough. But I did watch the bit of them last night. They are open as well, so if you can get at them, we'll see. Wolves, he's coming. He started now to be really pragmatic, hasn't he? Rob Edwards, they were unlucky at Arsenal, where the 2 own goals, they got beat. Conor Bradley kicked one off the line against Liverpool the other day to stop them getting a 2-2. They got a 1-1 at Old Trafford the other night, so they're starting to grind out results now. So we know what kind of game that's going to be.
Yeah, we do.
Again, you need the first goal in that to settle everything down. And then Sunderland's a cup game, and they can make 6 changes and still be fresh. So it'll be a lively game.
And there'll be a load of fans there.
And they're bringing 6,000 or 7,000 with them, so it'll be a good game. And again, it might be a little bit of a flip of a coin, that one. They could easily come and turn us over, but so can we. So that's where we are, aren't we? All we can do is look at the next one first. And just Brentford is a big game now, Sunday. Win that, it really backs up winning a Forest. Draw, and you sort of go, we've wasted the Forest win, really.
Yeah.
Beat them. Win these next 2 league games. The cup game will take care of itself. Win the next 2 home games. And like you say then, if we go to Villa and we get beat, we can dust ourselves down, and then we've got Leeds at home and go, right, that's out the way. Let's get back on it now. But you're absolutely right. But then the bench could be Sunday. McNeil could be. It might not, but it could potentially be McNeil, Michael Keane, Harrison Armstrong, Beto. Already, there are 4 players who can play in the team. So you've got 4 fresh players who come in and make a difference. So that gives you a little bit more confidence that we can get at it, and the manager can manage it a little bit. Grealish might do 70 minutes and then you put McNeil on the left and go, right, get balls into the box, work out, whatever it may be. Roll an hour, then Armstrong's on. Barry, 75 minutes better. But at least the players who, Patterson might have to go off after 70 minutes. Michael Keane, you know what I mean? You've got lads who know what they're doing. Helps you get through the games. And then we've got Wolves coming up a few days later. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe Dewsbury also a bit close. I don't know. Whatever. But we manage it that way, don't we? That's all you can have. All you can have is real options where you're not going to go, well, we've got 3 kids here. Like the other night, we've got Beto and Grealish as the subs, and then we had Arsene who stripped and ready to come on, and he didn't get on, but that was it, wasn't it? So,
but every game's a game closer to AFCON finishing.
Yeah.
Dewsbury Hall being back, Branthwaite being back, and whatever we do in the window.
Yeah. So
these 2 games are very winnable, the league games, but they're also moves you further down that calendar as well.
That's it. All Everton can do is just go, right, we've got Brentford at home. There's going to be 52,000 in there. The fans should be right on it because we've just won. We've just gone to Forest and won. We've just got 4 points in the last 2 games. Brilliant opportunity to win these next 2 home games. You know, and if Everton were to come out of the Wolves, if we walk out the stadium at 10 o'clock after Wolves and we've done back-to-back home games, when you look at I think we've had 9 home games. So when you look at that 11 home games, we'll have won more than 50% of them if it plays out that way. And you go, that's not a bad... So for a team that's moved stadium and all that, and given the problems we've had with the squad and play, that ain't a bad record.
No.
So that's what you've got to look at.
Remember, one of the half-empty stories was that it's new for us, just like it's new for, you know what I mean?
Of course, yeah. Everyone's
it's less of an advantage than you know, and the fans to the credit and the build of the stadium and all that and the noise and Grock being on side and all that jazz. It starts looking okay then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then you go, well, who did we lose to? Well, them. You know,
well, that's it, isn't it? So it's up to us if we want to watch a team win a game of footy. I watched a bit of Sunderland and City last night.
Between the darts, I think you said.
Yeah. And the thing that struck me was Sunderland's fans were unbelievable. All they were doing was running around, putting tackles in and kicking the ball out for throw-ins and stopping City attack. City had all the ball and they were that's all they were doing, and the fans were celebrating every tackle. And I was thinking, it made City really uncomfortable. Now, if that would have been flat, let's see what happens, City had a stroll for 3-0. And then and I just looked and thought, that's the difference a fan base makes.
Yeah.
The team levels are here. They're here. City win that 99 times out of 100 playing in the flip-flops. But last night, because they're on a good little bit of momentum and the crowd were tremendous, and he got a decision early on when talking to the offside was a fraction, and City missed a couple of sitters. Everything fell into there. And by the way, on the break, Donnarumma had to make a really good save from Robbie as well. At the flip of it, which if you stay in the game long enough, you get a chance. That really bridged the gap. If we can start at Hill Dickinson bridging that gap where they come into the game a place below us, Brentford. They're a nice football club, aren't they? And a nice fan base, you know, and all that. But we make it really difficult to play, and we get over the line with it. Teams will start looking and going,
don't want to go there.
Tough place to go there. You know, and then the crowd are on you like Goodison. Goodison, when it was the bear pit, was horrible. You hear so many people going, you know, Dimitar Berbatov, what an unbelievable footballer he was. He was like, I hated Everton. It was so hard to play. And like United won there a few times, Spurs with them, and he was like, it was so difficult. Frank Lampard saying it was horrible. The hardest away game, bar none. And John Terry. Terry said there was never a harder away game than Everton. And Chelsea, at that time, Mourinho won a lot of it.
Yeah.
He was like, it was horrible. You could hear everything. The crowd are shouting at every comment. You know, and they're on your back and they're right. Every tackle, the jump on. And that's what Goodison was like. Not always. Loads of times Goodison, I could hear you talking to Teresa, probably in the park end.
200 yards away.
You know what I mean? But when it was on it was on it. Yeah. And we've had moments at Hill Dickinson where you've gone, fucking hell, the noise is incredible, but then it'll go quiet. And we've got to make Brentford uncomfortable. First time they're coming, we've got to make it uncomfortable. We've got to make Wolves uncomfortable. They're at the bottom of the league with 3 points for a reason. They're not a very good team. He's got them organised and they're defending for their lives. And then, but Sunderland will be difficult because they will come and sing for the whole game.
Yeah.
And there's 7,000 of them, so
twice as many.
So we better make a bleeding noise in that one.
Yeah.
So it's gonna Gary Neville, as the Pies said there, really difficult, horrible place to come.
Yeah.
You've got to make it like that because the level of player we've got has gone up a level. So if you drop a vociferous, angry fan base into
on top of that
a situation where you've already got good footballers, a lot of the time, it's why they win so many, and their atmosphere is not great, but it's why they win so many games in the tunnel. It's only lately people are going, Forest come here and won 3-0. Well, we can get something. That's why you're seeing Leeds get a result there and Wolves almost get something there and Sunderland got a draw and we should have got something there. Because once it unpicks, the confidence, the fear factor goes from it. We've got to build the fear factor
Yeah.
haven't we? And you don't do that by winning.
Absolutely,
games,
and
of course.
the circumstances were ever so slightly different. But the only example we've got of Premier League games in empty stadiums, which was COVID, home advantage meant nothing.
No. Well,
Absolutely nothing.
We won 11 away games,
Yeah.
and we only won about
Yeah.
5 home games or something. 6
Home
home games,
advantage
whatever it was.
meant nothing.
yeah.
Right? And the only difference, in theory, is those fans. And those players we've got who are not totally match fit, and they'll all do a bit longer with a fan base right behind
Oh,
them.
of course, energy.
The extra yard comes in, all that stuff, right? And we know as a fan base we can do it because we do it often enough.
Yeah.
It's a bit like the team you want, sustained or consistent,
Yeah.
and all those words, right?
Yeah.
And make it exactly what you said. Don't want to go there. Because all them players know it's the loudest stadium on the planet because they all go on X and see it.
It's real, yeah. So it's whether or not we can get back up to that level consistently, and then that makes it difficult. Sven says, "Happy New Year, Baz, Ped, John, and everyone at Toffee TV." James, I keep telling myself to take each game as they come, and I'm kind of enjoying this unique position we're in. Good times ahead, I'm sure. But that's it, isn't it? We can all look ahead and go, should win that, and should win that, and should win. Football's not like that. I'm sure all of us Saturday morning were thinking, if we were going to win one of the next 2, today's the day. Burnley, second bottom, not very good. We'll beat these, and we didn't. I don't mind saying it, going to Forest, I was thinking, that team, I can only see a Forest win. Unless, and I did say this, unless Everton turn in one of those David Moyes performances when you all stick together and somehow they get a result, which happens now, and that's exactly what happened. But that's just footy, isn't it? So it's good to just go, like we're playing Sunday. It's a game we can win. It's probably a game we should win. Let's go and win it. And then we can.
Defo should win.
It is, isn't it? It is.
And
so
then
we've got it. Yeah.
There you go, optimism time, right? Then once you've beaten Brentford, it has to be a should win for the next one.
That's it. Yeah. We've got it, but we're in. I think James Dean says here, our mate James, says they're almost just about seizing that opportunity for Europe this season because it might not come next season.
Absolutely.
Listen, we're gonna be positive and go, we will be in this again next season, but at least get us in to the situation where we're at least fighting for Europe for the remainder of the season. We might not get there, we might fall short because we don't score enough goals or whatever it may be. But let's at least go all in for it and see where we end up. Because we're right in the mix right now.
Yeah, absolutely. If you just put one assumption, which is David Moyes' teams typically get more points in the second half of the season than they did in the first, and the run rate right now is at the cusp of Europe, then you're going to be that little bit closer to Europe as well. And that almost spins back right to the beginning where we came into this, was can we strengthen the starting 11 or give depth to the bench in this window? And I think they should be doing the very damnedest. The starting position needs to be, we want to give the manager more resources, not January's not a great window, is it?
No.
I think get on the front foot and try and cement the opportunity to do what you just said, which is be right in and about the European qualification position through the league for the remainder of the season.
That's it. And then if you fall short because of whatever, you can look at it and go, why didn't we get there?
Yeah.
You scored enough goals.
Yeah.
Like, we need to fix that in the summer.
Which we knew, but there's the evidence.
That's football, isn't it? Right. Craig, I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Hayden Hackney's a good player at Middlesbrough, a midfield player, and you go, well, we've got midfield, but he's doing okay at Middlesbrough. 11, I don't know. There's a few because it's position, right back, left back, striker, another winger. Fatser at Leicester. He's been up and down this season, but he's quick and direct. The kid at Blackburn, who we've been linked with, the right back, improves us because he's an attacking right when he's got a good engine on him and stuff like that. So we'll see. We will see. Right, we're going. So thank you very much once again.
We're going, James.
Wishing you all a happy New Year. You've done more than an hour, John. That's over the allotted time. We've got a match preview to record and everything.
Yes.
So thank you very much. Like, subscribe. Have a great weekend. All the best, and up the trophies. Another 3 points Sunday, please. See you later.